Hi, welcome to 3Generate TV. Why don't you just introduce yourself and tell us what your role is here at 3Gen this weekend?
Okay, my name's Jude and I'm the Head of Discipleship and Ministries for the Methodist Church, which means that I'm responsible for the bit of the connectional team that looks after 3Generate as an event.
That's fantastic. And you're going to do a session, a login on what?
It's on part of a series on spiritual discipline, and it's for the older age stream, and it's looking particularly at the discipline of participation, which is an interesting idea.
Oh, fantastic. And what does that mean? What does a spiritual discipline of participation mean?
It's interesting. We asked young people what they thought spiritual disciplines they wanted to talk about were, and they came up with, prayer and contemplation, the Bible, but one of the other things they came up with is participation, and I had never thought of participation as a spiritual discipline, so it was quite interesting for me to then be asked to facilitate a session on it. And what we're going to be looking at is a bit of the theology underpinning participation. So our faith is a faith that actually has participation right embedded within it, more than any other faith, I think, in that God chose to participate in his world and he invites us to be co-participators with him in the world as we bring in the kingdom. So it's going to be quite an interesting session, I think, as we think about how we actually discipline ourselves to be participants in our churches, in our societies, in our world.
Do you think the young people see the value of participation, both in the wider sense of the word? Like, do you think they see the discipline in the church and with God? Do you feel that from what you've spoken to them so far?
I think so, yeah. I think actually this is a generation that is beginning to really recognise that they want to get involved in a way that maybe a generation or two ago people were a bit more kind of just hands off and let things happen to them. Now I think young people recognise that they can be real change agents in the world. It's very exciting to watch, actually.
It's really exciting. And from your perspective as like a leader in the Methodist Church, do you see the young people starting to have an impact? Do you see change starting to happen?
Yeah. It's really interesting. I was just talking to a friend saying, isn't it amazing? You look at the young people that we've got here, and actually we've got about 5 people who were youth presidents in the past who are now in leadership roles within the church. And that's really, really exciting. Yeah, really. And particularly because it's not just those key, youth president type stuff. We've got loads of young people now who are just bubbling up underneath, asking those difficult questions, wanting to get involved at Methodist conference, wanting to get involved in their churches, feeling a call to ordination or a call into youth ministry or a call into family ministry. I mean, I think it is quite exciting.
That's really exciting, really exciting. And going on to go back a little bit to spiritual disciplines, do you, when you talk about that with the young people, are they seeing discipline as important? Do you think they see the value in it now?
I think they do, perhaps, again, more than my generation did. But because of the way our society works now, young people recognise that actually, if you want to achieve something, you have to put the work in. There's a lot of talk about, the X Factor culture and people just want to be famous straight away. But, there aren't that many people, when you talk to them, that think that you can just instantly learn to play the guitar as soon as you pick it up. Anybody with any sense, and the young people who have got more sense than most, know that actually if you want to get better at something, the only way to become an expert in something is to practice it. And these young people really want to be experts in being the friend of Jesus, which is just amazing. And in order to do that, you have to practice.
Yeah, it's really exciting. It's really exciting to see them grow through that. So thanks very much for coming by. You guys want to get involved with asking questions about spiritual disciplines, or maybe even asking questions about how the church engages with you and you can engage with the church on that journey, then do tweet at 3Generate2014 or hashtag 3Gen, and we'll try and answer those questions and get some of those questions answered this weekend. Thanks so much, Jude, for coming by. It's been great to have you.
Thank you.